Learning and development burnout. Your job is so nice, you help other people learn and grow. What are we even talking about? This video is much more than tips on setting personal boundaries. We will go much deeper. We are talking about mental traps, your own assumptions, and certain work practices that are stopping you from being mentally and physically happy. First, people will have an opinion about what you do and you might not necessarily agree with it or like it. Many people in your organization will have an opinion or assumption that what you do is not important or your role is something like nice to have instead of must have for an organization. Many organizational leaders unfortunately think this way. When COVID started, learning and development professionals were first out. This is what I saw on the market. We have HR managers to hire and fire people. We have compensations and benefits manager to run the salary and benefits. In my career, I have been told, Lisa, in the future, you should considering moving to pure HR, not learning and development, because this is where decisions are made. Learning and development is something that is not serious. It's up to you to make it serious. It is up to you to believe in your own self-worth, understand the value that you bring to the company, and promote what you and your team do. Another piece of advice is measure everything that you do and connect it to the company's bottom line. If you're curious about how to measure learning and development activities, check one of my past videos where I go into details about it. Do not connect your self-worth to how others perceive your role. Number 2, you cannot make every employee happy with everything you do, and it is okay. It doesn't mean that you don't do your job well. You're not a seller of ice cream to make everyone happy, right? On average, if 75 to 80% of employees are satisfied with their learning and development experiences within the company, you are doing a great job. And what we tend to do as HR and learning and development professionals, we don't acknowledge our great work. We quickly forget all our wins. And then when someone isn't happy, we tend to exaggerate the problem. We tend to focus on it and think that this is end of the world. Remember that it is just work, and work is part of your life. It's not the life. What can you do to increase employees' satisfaction with learning and development activities? Create more inclusive learning experiences and ask what matters to employees. For example, I recently discovered that employees in my organization would rather have a 2-day training with the gap of 1 day in between rather than a 2 days straight learning experience. Number 3, you are not the only one who's responsible for employees' development. Remember that there are always 3 parties: employee, the manager of the employee, and only after that HR or learning and development. The first and foremost, employees' motivation and desire to grow and change needs to be there. Second, the support and the guidance of the manager of the employee. So ideally, the manager of the employee needs to give constant and timely feedback and guide employees' professional development and be interested in employees' career. You, as a learning and development professional, might have the best intention and effort, but if employees' desire and manager's support isn't there, there is nothing much left for you. Also, you are not with employees 24/7 or 9 to 6 like their supervisors or manager, who are usually seen as role models. Company leaders need to practice what they preach, and this is something that is outside of your control as HR professional. Of course, you can talk to leaders, you can bring new and fresh perspectives, you can influence them, you can be a fantastic communicator and do your best, but you are not in control what actions the company's head takes on day-to-day basis. That brings me to the 4th point. Focus on the things that you can control. You can bring the best learning and development solutions to a department or a company, but if you have a wrong leader who doesn't want to change, refuses to be open-minded, or doesn't consider new ways of work, no training can help this person. Maybe this person just needs to go. The workplace can be a wild ride with so many things happening that are totally out of your hands. Market changes, inflation, diseases, viruses, company restructuring, downsizing, or mergers. These changes can create uncertainty, resistance, and emotional challenges, making it difficult for HR and L&D professionals to navigate them and manage the impact on employees. That is why do your best. Your best will be different from day to day. Because your job is to help people, you might fall into the trap of helping them 12 to 16 hours a day. Don't do it to yourself. Boundaries are important. You need to take care about yourself first so that you can take care about employees in your company. Putting the need of employees first without prioritizing your own well-being can lead to increased stress and exhaustion. The simplest way to do it is to respect working hours. Protect your time and energy so that you can give your best at work the next day. Many things that I have shared in this video are coming from the book that I like and I enjoy a lot. It's called 4 Agreements. Basically a book about 4 agreements that you set with yourself to have that joyful and peaceful life. So the 4 agreements are, the first one is be impeccable with your words. Second, don't take anything personally. Third is do not make assumptions. And the fourth, always do your best. Thank you very much for watching this video. For more learning and development tips and behind the scenes, please check and follow my Instagram channel. I share a lot of things there and my DM are always open for you. Bye for now.